bite your tongue. That's, I would love that, but there's a reason it's been 6 years since the last one. It just sort of swallows my life.
My calling is to one day host a podcast that monetizes the women's movement. Crafted for Kevin Feige was, in fact, a Wolverine Deadpool film. Marvel just wasn't ready.
Have you ever imagined a single joke risking the future of your favorite superhero franchise? Well, that might just be what's unfolding with Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool 3. Rumor has it that one daring quip, directed at Justin Baldoni of It Ends With Us notoriety, sparked alarm bells at Disney and Marvel. Could this be the first sign that our beloved, foul-mouthed mercenary is on the brink of being sanitized? From the outside, it might seem absurd that the world's biggest entertainment giant would fret over a joke.
And by the end of the book, I couldn't even read the text on the page because I was crying so much. My wife was in bed next to me and she's...
But beneath Disney's polished image lies a labyrinth of high-stakes alliances, potential creative deals, and a brand so cherished it can't afford to alienate new partners. Add to that the juggling act Marvel has with Deadpool, an R-rated hit living in a mostly family-friendly universe, and you've got the perfect recipe for drama. Today, we're peeling back every layer of this controversy, from Baldoni's legal tensions with Baldoni-Lively to the brewing panic among fans who fear Deadpool could lose his signature edge. But first, if you're as hooked on behind-the-scenes Hollywood chaos as I am, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. It's free and it helps us keep these deep dives coming. Ready to jump into a swirl of rumors, corporate alliances, and R-rated heroics? Let's go. Ryan Reynolds isn't exactly known for playing it safe, especially when it comes to Deadpool. He's poked fun at fellow celebrities, other Marvel heroes, and even the entire concept of superhero tropes. But this time, insiders say he took aim at Justin Baldoni, referencing behind-the-scenes turmoil on the set of It Ends With Us.
A situation or a pattern that we need to end the cycle of.
What's so big about a crack at Baldoni? Apparently it wasn't a random slip. Multiple sources insist the line was written into the script from the start, fully intending to throw shade at Baldoni's rumored battles with Blake Lively. In typical Deadpool fashion, the line was sharp, meta, and potentially bruising for any real-life Hollywood ego. Why does it matter? Because Baldoni is in the middle of a project that's got the internet on high alert.
At 4:30 this morning, my heart was racing. I'm noticing that,
From leaked set photos to fans of the novel voicing major concerns, It Ends With Us has already proven a magnet for controversy. For Deadpool to lampoon that drama might be comedic gold for viewers. But a headache for Disney. You see, Disney has big plans to broaden its creative stable, and rumor has it that Baldoni is part of those plans. Could one comedic arrow really derail a powerhouse like Disney? Probably not on its own. But in Hollywood, timing and optics are everything. If Disney's courting Baldoni for future ventures, they can't have their main comedic star ripping him apart, even if it's all in jest. At first glance, it's bizarre to think a studio that gave the green light to 2 R-rated Deadpool films would fret over a single joke.
I mean, when do you see the New York Times, a publication that's supposed to be an investigative journalist?
Isn't Deadpool supposed to be rude, crude, and boundary-pushing? Absolutely. But the difference now is that Disney officially owns Marvel, and with that ownership comes a meticulously maintained image. Corporate synergy is the name of the game. Disney invests heavily in nurturing long-term relationships with talent and creators. That's one reason they're rumored to be wooing Baldoni, whose track record with heartwarming, socially conscious content could be a goldmine for Disney's ever-expanding platform. A well-placed comedic jab at Baldoni's expense, especially one tied to swirling controversies, could spell trouble for that relationship before it ever blossoms. There's also the specter of past Marvel incidents. Remember James Gunn's brief firing over old social media posts? That was a stark lesson on how quickly Disney is willing to move when brand integrity is on the line. While Gunn's situation was different, it set a precedent. No matter how beloved you are, if you threaten the image Disney wants to maintain, you could be in for a rude awakening. And then there's the Marvel Cinematic Universe's transition to integrating characters like Deadpool.
The MCU and now the DCU in film, which really doesn't start. I mean, the first DCU character for sure is.
Fans and critics alike wonder, will Disney maintain the same glorious irreverence that made Deadpool a blockbuster? Or will they smooth out his edges to fit the MCU's broader appeal? If jokes targeting real industry drama are off limits, it might be a sign we're edging closer to a sanitized version of the Merc with a mouth. So why is Justin Baldoni even on Deadpool's radar? Enter It Ends With Us, a novel by Colleen Hoover with a massive online following. Baldoni took the reins to adapt it, and for a while, fans were pumped to see Blake Lively involved. Yet, behind the scenes, rumor has it that friction soon emerged over how to handle the book's heavier themes. Some insiders claim Lively felt pressured into certain creative decisions, only to balk once online chatter erupted. Others say Baldoni was blindsided by last-minute changes and reversals from Lively's camp. Whichever story you believe, it's clear that cracks formed, leading to speculation about legal disputes and a fierce PR battle. Now, imagine Disney on the sidelines, quietly assessing Baldoni's handling of a high-pressure project.
I read it. I think there was this part of me that wanted to. I think we all have, these big dreams, or like, oh, what a role that would be, or
if the outcome is good, they might see him as a valuable creative partner for more family-friendly or teen-oriented projects under the Disney umbrella. If things go south, especially thanks to a comedic roast from Ryan Reynolds, well, that might scare Baldoni off or sour the partnership altogether. It's not just professional drama, it's personal too. Since Blake Lively is married to Ryan Reynolds, fans can't help but wonder if there's more subtext in that forbidden joke. Is Reynolds simply riffing on a juicy Hollywood controversy, or is there an underlying shot at someone his spouse has clashed with creatively? The line between comedic expression and personal loyalty has never been so fuzzy. While Baldoni first gained fame as an actor on Jane the Virgin, he's since earned a reputation as a director and producer focusing on uplifting stories. That's precisely the kind of material Disney thrives on. Whether it's feature films, streaming series, or family-focused dramas, Baldoni's brand of emotional storytelling could mesh neatly with Disney's global presence. That's why the forbidden joke is so significant. To Disney, Baldoni isn't just another director. He's potentially a multi-project collaborator who can appeal to diverse audiences. If he's feeling mocked or undermined, he might pivot to a rival studio. And Disney rarely likes losing a promising filmmaker to competitors. Executives are also mindful of how negative press can snowball. If headlines read Disney star Ryan Reynolds mocks Justin Baldoni, while Baldoni's caught in legal disputes with Lively, the whole situation looks messy, especially if people start associating Disney with that drama. For a studio that cultivates a pristine, family-friendly image, even peripheral involvement in a Hollywood feud is unwelcome. Hence, the rumored clampdown on that one line in Deadpool 3's script. Disney could be thinking, if removing this reference keeps our relationships intact and avoids a PR nightmare, let's cut it. But as we're about to see, that decision has fans fuming over what they perceive as the first step toward a watered-down Deadpool. Naturally, Deadpool's fanbase noticed as soon as rumors leaked about Disney potentially censoring a joke. Social media lit up with debates, some praising the studio for avoiding messy real-life feuds, others slamming them for messing with Deadpool's core identity. After all, the merc with a mouth isn't known for subtlety. He's known for lampooning anything and everything, often referencing real-world controversies with zero restraint. For many, the fear is that once you remove one pointed joke, you open the floodgates to more censorship. Could references to older Marvel movies get sanitized? Will Deadpool stop calling out pop culture phenomena altogether? Fans envision a future where he can't even make fun of Thanos without a dozen corporate sign-offs. Of course, there's a counter-argument. Jokes get written and rewritten constantly in Hollywood. In comedic movies, especially those involving improv, dozens of lines never see the light of day. So maybe people are overreacting. But in a fandom that cherishes the raw, unfiltered humor Deadpool offers, any studio interference feels like a slippery slope. Ryan Reynolds' entire brand is built around charming, sometimes scathing wit, especially when suited up as Deadpool. He spent years pushing for an R-rated film, even leaking test footage to prove to studios there was an audience hungry for the character's brash style. Now, though, he's essentially working for Disney, a company with more to lose than the smaller outfit that took a gamble on Deadpool the first time around. Rumors say Reynolds tried to keep the line about Baldoni, arguing that it was central to Deadpool's meta-comedy. But when Disney stood firm, he conceded, hoping to preserve a bigger strategic picture: Deadpool 3's overall creative freedom. Still, some insiders claim he's uneasy, warning that the more Disney fiddles with the details, the closer we get to a vanilla version of the character. Could he walk away if things get too stifling? It's a stretch to imagine Deadpool without Reynolds. But in Hollywood, anything's possible. If Disney demands too many concessions, Reynolds may feel the movie no longer represents the merciless jester fans adore. Then again, leaving Marvel's biggest cash cow is no small decision. So, for now, he's likely treading carefully, picking which hills are worth dying on, while hoping he doesn't have to watch Deadpool become a toothless parody of himself. All these behind-the-scenes skirmishes ripple across the larger Marvel universe. Deadpool's brand of humor stands out in a mostly PG-13 lineup. Many fans rejoiced when they learned Marvel would keep him R-rated, but the Baldoni joke controversy raises doubts about how free that R rating really is. If Disney is this cautious about referencing real-life drama, we have to wonder what else might trigger their protective instincts. Could Daredevil's darker arcs get toned down? Are references to more mature storylines going to be softened for mainstream appeal? The MCU thrives on variety, from Guardians of the Galaxy's goofy vibe to Moon Knight's grittier tone. But if Disney wants everything to fit under one squeaky clean umbrella, that variety might shrink. On the flip side, maybe Disney is simply taking a prudent step to shield a budding partnership with Baldoni while still allowing Deadpool to retain his offbeat style. One line doesn't make or break a franchise. Yet the tension leaves fans wondering, is this an isolated incident or a peek at how Disney will handle all edgy Marvel characters going forward? So here we are, caught between excited anticipation for Deadpool 3 and nagging doubts about how much of that beloved boundary-pushing humor will remain. Is the Baldoni reference just one small sacrifice, or the first clue that Disney aims to scrub away any real-life jabs that could offend future partners? At the center of it all is Ryan Reynolds, the man who fought for Deadpool's irreverent identity. He's now locked in a balancing act. Deliver the off-kilter comedy fans expect while keeping Disney and Marvel content enough to keep the wheels turning. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni's alleged involvement with Disney's future projects adds another twist, showing us just how interconnected everything in Hollywood can be. What do you think? Did Disney do the right thing in safeguarding its new ally, or is Reynolds losing the fight for Deadpool's edgy soul? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you love these peeks behind Hollywood's velvet curtain, smash that like button and subscribe. We'll be here, digging up the latest rumors, controversies, and corporate showdowns that shape your favorite movies. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and remember, sometimes the biggest changes hinge on the smallest sparks. Until next time, keep your chimichangas hot and your popcorn buttered. This roller coaster ride is just getting started.